What's up, everybody? It's Renee Valentine. Alright, so I've been thinking about this for a little bit, while, whatever. Well, not really. Alright. Last night, I had a really, really, really long, good conversation about, well, not really about a lot of things, but um, me and my ex had a really long, long conversation, and it was a conversation that we both kind of sort of needed to have, and it went well. It was whatever. But um, I after talking to her for a while and pretty much all night, we talked, and you gotta realize that even though you guys aren't together, you know what I'm saying, or you guys, she's not, or they're not completely 100% in love with you the way they were, doesn't necessarily mean that they don't still feel that way about you, or have certain feelings towards you. Because especially in my situation, that was her first serious relationship. That was my first serious relationship, and definitely first love situation going on with the both of us. So because we shared so much together and we went through a lot, it's and another good thing is we were friends before we started dating, so it kind of like our friendship turned into something more. And yes, our friendship is a little compromised because of the relationship, but at the same time, we know that if one or the other needed something from the other person, they'd be there. Like we have each other's backs, and that's what's important. But definitely, it was like your first love, your first sexual experience, your first everything, or whatever it may be. You just have to know that however things fell out for you, you have to know that they will always have they'll always have that soft spot for you in their heart, even though it may seem as though they don't, because they just don't show it. They most likely do. And all I have to say is I didn't know this till last night. I didn't know what was going on in her head, because we hadn't talked about it, because she was honestly afraid because of my temper that I used to have, and I still struggle with it, but it's not as bad. And she was very surprised about how easy it was for her to actually talk to me last night. So if it's something you both feel as though you need to talk about eventually one day, talk about it, and don't force it. Don't try and force it, and don't pry. Just give them time, especially if you know you're the one who did something wrong. And if you're the person who knows they did something wrong, and you still have something you need to say to them, go ahead and say it. But just make sure that you're both in a calm state. Don't try and do it when you're both agitated. And if they tell you wait, they're not ready, respect that. Because if you don't, it's going to start a fight. And the last thing you need to do. But the main reason why me and my ex kind of really needed to talk about it, and I kind of needed to figure out where I stood with her in different areas of our, not really relationship, but just with our uh just the way we are. I can't even think of the word right now, but just with the way we are with each other, um, kind of need to know where I stood with her, and I just really wanted her to know how I felt about it and where my head is, and just to let her know that I'm doing my best to better myself for me this time and not just for other people. But if you guys had a really good friendship before, and the thing that you really heard about is because the thing that you're hurt about is not being able to be friends again, or you think you can't be friends again, definitely ask, just talk to the person. If and you can kind of tell if they still want that friendship. You can kind of tell. So if you guys went a while without talking and you hit them up and they actually say something and they kind of talk to you and really talk about what's been going on with them and just catching up, then yeah, they definitely are considering the friendship again. So definitely go through that and then talk about oh man, whatever, I'm working here now, or just little things, how's the family, stuff like that, depending on how serious your relationship was, because ours was definitely a serious relationship. And yeah, I just feel like, to me, for me, I'm not like a genius here, great at this, but definitely coming from me, I feel like you should say something. Just don't push it. And if you guys were friends before and their friendship is the thing that you definitely miss the most about it, then yeah, definitely talk to them. Figure out, and in your head, you have to make sure that you're ready to just be friends. Like, don't just try and keep her around because you just want to keep her around. You need to make sure that it's the friendship that you cherish the most. And for me, thinking for a very long time, I am still kind of thinking about it, but I don't know if I can be just friends with her. Last night I told her I couldn't, but I feel like after a while, the sting will go away, and you know, but she said she still loves me, and she's always gonna kind of have this little thing, a little part of her that's always gonna be in love with me, but she's not head over heels. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the love isn't so powerful. She's just gonna come flying back. But yeah, definitely talk to him if that's what's important. So just just try and keep those boundaries, I guess. But yeah, I got another video coming for you, so stay tuned. But yeah, man, just take it easy. I'm out.